6 feet 7 inches. Number 44, Bojan Bogdanovic.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for. Kevin, back to you.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. So the Nets starting five. We've got Mikal Bridges, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. And for Detroit, he's out there with Ivy. Then it's Duren. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Stewart in at the power forward. Well, Greg, we're in the final stages of the regular season. For teams that are on the outside looking in, what are these final games like?
You have to continue to play hard because GMs are watching these games, seeing who packs it in and who continues to grind. So your future is at stake.
Finney-Smith, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
He has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play, often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
He's off on the first. That one misses.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple of years, assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
Now, here's Ivy. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. The shot's good from Hayes.
And some good touch there from Hayes in the mid-range.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
It's tipped. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Ivy. Shot clock at 5. Here's Stewart. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Dinwiddie right side. Always going up for the alley-oop here. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Here's Hayes. 17 points in his last outing. And Duren slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. No good from Finney-Smith. Pistons have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Hayes. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to Stewart. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Over Johnson. He shoots again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Not only fighting on the boards, he's converting, and not just on the putback. It's been a great start for him.
Now here's Dinwiddie. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Here's Dinwiddie. Bridges outside. Johnson for 3. They get it back.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Detroit. They lead by 6. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And the Pistons with possession here. 6-point lead on the court right now. Second quarter starting for the Nets. Thomas is out there with Seth Curry. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Harris in at the 3. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Harris. Simmons got his first bucket in this one. Outside, Joseph. Pass to Wiseman. From 6 feet. Nice touch on the bank shot. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Outside, Bagley. No good on the 3.
2 minutes remaining.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Harris, good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Burks with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over Thomas. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. Alec Burks is at over a decade in the league. One of the more reliable guards that we have.
At some point, I believe that Alec Burks is going to be on a team that's doing bigger things. Because of that consistency, he's going to become a more valuable piece. I mean, he shoots it well from 3. He got his big contract in 2021, but it hasn't changed that consistency that he plays with.
Now, here's Thomas. Curry looking it over. Oh, the lob for Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, just phenomenal timing from Simmons, leaving the ground once the pass was released and tearing that bucket apart.
Burks against Thomas. Bagley sets a screen for Burks over O'Neal. Burks can't get it to go. Nets trail by 3. Simmons passes to Thomas. Harris a screen on Bagley. Thomas. Wiseman with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Burks in the corner. Teardrop shot. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Now Thomas. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks. Dwayne, you're ahead. How do you keep this up for the rest of the game?
Well, maintain the disposition. I think we got to have a tough mental disposition against this team because they're going to keep playing. They know how to play the physical game. We did a good job in that half. We've got to maintain that.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And for that matchup with the Pacers, I bet they've been looking forward to this one. I mean, a chance to take down a higher-ranked team and show us what they're capable of.
Hopefully, the challenge of this matchup brings out the best in it. Moving on. In that first half of basketball, things are looking pretty good for the Pistons.
Hey, yo, their offense has been clicking. They're making the right reads, and they're making the most of their opportunities.
I like their aggressiveness, not just taking what the defense gives them, they're taking what they want.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pistons leading by 5. Isaiah Stewart out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Ivy. And it's Duran in at the center. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This kid has been a pro for a while. Killian turning pro at 16 while he played in Europe.
And Killian Hayes, born in America, yet didn't play high school basketball. That's unheard of.
Well, Killian's dad played a bunch of years in Europe, and he really loved his time in France, so he believed the best way for Killian to develop his game was to play pro ball in France. It's exciting to look at a young player like Killian Hayes, who's got a lot of raw potential and is still fighting to find his way and how he's going to make solid contributions to his team.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Johnson outside. Bridges outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Ivy. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Nets trail by 8. Now the pass to Dinwiddie.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Puts up a 3. It's deflected. A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Now here's Ivy. Defended by Bridges. Fires from 18. Bank shot. No good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Dinwiddie finds Bridges. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Goes up. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Yeah, and you love Bogdanovich's work ethic. He makes an effort to be right where they need him to finish that break.
He lobs it up. Got a piece of it. Pass to Johnson. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Dinwiddie's shot is off, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And here we can check out the story for Mikal Bridges. Nets trail by 10. The Nets working the ball around now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Finney-Smith kicks to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie outside. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Now here's Ivy. Dinwiddie covering. Passes it to Hayes. From past the arc. He can't get that one. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did that.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Brooklyn has possession. 7-point differential. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Mikal Bridges. Thomas is out there with Curry. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Simmons in at the 5 spot.
And Wiseman using the length, swatting that one away.
Hayes the pass to Bogdanovich. Inside. Here's Wiseman. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Ben Simmons.
It's tough because you want to bump Wiseman and you want to be physical, but he's long as well, and so that range, that helps him too.
At the line for your Pistons. Wiseman. James Wiseman.
One shot.
Shooting one.
The free throw off from Wiseman.
James Wiseman just so tantalizing. You see that 7-foot frame, those long arms, a rare combo guy out there. It's going to be great to watch him grow.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
So it's the Pistons now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Bagley the screen. Fires from the line, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Here's Thomas. Bagley with the rebound. Pistons leading by 8. There's 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. And that one drops for him. Ivy's got 4 points this quarter.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in them.
Outside Thomas. Bridges sets the screen for Thomas. Over Ivy. Thomas with another miss. For Detroit, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Bagley the screen. Over to the wing. Launches it. That one doesn't go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Thomas against Bogdanovich. Here's Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jaden Ivey.
Well, Bridges doing a good job fighting hard past the foul, even after the release.
Mikal Bridges taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits.
Bridges is shooting a high percentage, and the game really does come naturally to him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for O'Neal, and Joe Harris is subbed in for Thomas. Both free throws good from Bridges. 46 seconds left in the game. Burks the pass to Duran. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
15 seconds. At the line for your Pistons, Duran taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. Some changes for Brooklyn. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Ben Simmons. Johnson comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Curry. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 9.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Timeout called the Nets. They're trailing by 9. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Livers is checked in, and it's Burks in for Ivy. And a change for the Nets. Joe Harris is checked in for Mikal Bridges.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bagley. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And the Pistons lead by 9. From deep. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And here is Joseph. And so the Pistons take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.